Let's be real, the noise around AI in the design world is deafening, right? Every single day, there's a new tool that promises to change everything. But how do we actually use it, effectively without just letting the hype take over? Well, today, we're going to cut through all that and build a really practical way to think about AI, not as the star of the show, but as a seriously powerful tool in our toolbox.
So, does this little sequence here look familiar? I bet it does. So many companies get completely swept up in the excitement and follow this exact playbook. They grab the shiny new AI, they rush to automate everything they can, and only then, way down the line, kind of as an afterthought, do they pause and ask, wait, why are we even doing this? This is what we're calling the dangerous sequence. It's the root cause of so much confusion and why so many AI projects just fizzle out.
And this quote right here, man, it absolutely nails the real risk. See, the danger of AI isn't some sci-fi movie where robots take over. The immediate real-world danger is that it takes whatever chaos you already have and just supercharges it. It amplifies confusion, making it harder to get things done, not easier. Okay, so to get this right, we've got to clear the air first. Before we can even talk about what AI-driven design is, we have to be crystal clear about what it is not. So let's do a little myth-busting, shall we? First things first, AI design is not some brand new grand philosophy. It doesn't replace the core ideas we already rely on, like user-centered design or service design. It's not the why. Second, and this one is so important, AI is not the decision maker. It doesn't have values, it doesn't have ethics, it can't tell you what your priorities should be. It simply can't be the one making the judgment call because it can't judge. And finally, it is absolutely 100% not where you start a project. You never ever begin by asking, so how can we use AI here? That's putting the cart so far ahead of the horse, they're not even in the same zip code. So if it's not any of those things, then what on earth is it? Well, think of it like this. Imagine your whole strategy, your entire service design is a perfectly engineered car. AI and data, that's the engine. It doesn't pick the destination. It didn't design the body or the seats. It just provides the horsepower to make the car actually go and to make it run faster, smoother, and way more efficiently. So once we have our car, once our structure is set, what exactly does this engine do? Well, the source material gives us this fantastic framework, breaking it all down into 4 very clear jobs. 4. That's it. That's the magic number to remember. It's not a million different confusing applications. It's just 4 core jobs that AI is perfectly built for, once you've already figured out where you're going. Let's break them down. Okay, job number 1 is simple, acceleration. It's all about speed. Think about all those repetitive, tedious tasks that eat up so much time. AI can just crush those. It can generate tons of UI mockups, spit out different versions of copy in seconds, and just generally speed everything up. But here's the key. It boosts your speed without messing with the fundamental structure you already designed. Second, AI is a master of precision. It can sift through massive mountains of data and spot patterns a human would never see. It can find exactly where users are getting stuck or even predict those weird 1 in a million edge cases. But the principle here is crucial. AI isn't replacing your judgment. It's just giving you sharper, more accurate info so that your human judgment is way better informed. The third job? Think of AI as your evidence-gathering machine. You have a hypothesis you need to test? You want to run a really complex A/B experiment? AI can do all that heavy lifting, serving up the raw data, the cold, hard facts. But notice that distinction. It gives you the evidence, not the conclusion. It's still your job to figure out, okay, so what does this all mean? And finally, job number 4, stability. Let's face it, humans get tired, we have bad days, we're inconsistent. AI, on the other hand, can apply the exact same rules and run a process with perfect consistency every single time. It stabilizes how you execute, which means you get a reliable, high-quality result no matter who's working that day. So now we know what AI should be doing, but we have to talk about the flip side, which honestly is even more important. What do we as humans have to keep for ourselves? There is a bright red line here, and you just can't cross it. Just look at this breakdown. On the right, you've got the 4 jobs of AI, all the tactical execution stuff we just covered. But on the left, these are the things that are completely irreplaceable. This is the human stuff. Deciding on values, figuring out who's responsible, making the tough final calls, setting the ethical guardrails. These things can never be delegated. Because the second you hand those responsibilities over, AI stops being a tool. It becomes something else, something dangerous, a liability shield.
It's a way to dodge accountability. Hey, it wasn't my fault, the algorithm did it. And that is a very, very slippery slope.
So how do we stop that from happening? How do we keep the conversation about AI grounded and actually productive? Well, the source gives us a brilliant, super practical set of questions that every single person on a team should be asking all the time.
First up, always ask this. It immediately snaps the conversation away from vague buzzwords and back to reality. Is this AI helping us analyze user interviews? Is it speeding up our prototyping? You have to be specific. If you can't name the exact step it helps, you're not ready for it.
Second, do a boundary check. Ask yourself, at what point in this new automated process does a human being make a final call? Is there a clear moment for review and approval? You have to make sure that red line we talked about hasn't been accidentally erased. Third, ask if this new tool is actually supporting the process you already built, or if it's accidentally breaking it. Remember, the whole point is to speed up the structure you designed, not to let the tool start dictating a brand new one.
And finally, maybe the most practical question of all, is there an off switch? Seriously. If this AI tool goes nuts or starts giving you bad results, can you pull the plug? Can you roll it back? If the answer is no, you've completely lost control.
What's amazing is that when you start asking these questions, AI naturally finds its proper place, at the bottom, as a tool. And this gets us to the heart of a designer's real power in this new world. It's all about understanding the proper hierarchy. And this is the correct order of operations. This is the hierarchy. You start at the top with why are we doing this? Then you move to whose perspective matters. Then, how do we structure this whole thing? And only then, at the very, very bottom, do you plug in the engine, AI and data to make it all run. It serves the structure, it never, ever defines it.
And that brings us to this final, really crucial idea. In an age where everybody is scrambling to use the newest, coolest tool, real expertise isn't about knowing how to use everything. It's about having the wisdom and the clarity to know when not to. The most valuable skill a designer can have today is the judgment to look at a situation and say, you know what, we're not ready for this yet. We need to define our structure first. That's real power.